Hi, my name is Harry Leung, and welcome to today's Tech Tip. In this video, I'll be showing you how to create and manage your offline map data in ArcGIS Online or Enterprise Portal, and how users can do the same while in the field with their VertiGIS Studio mobile applications. In the VertiGIS Studio mobile environment, there are several ways to add your own map data to the application for offline access. The three options are map area boundaries defined in the web map, mobile map packages, and tile packages, otherwise known as MMPK and TPK. Each option is useful for specific situations and data types, and we'll be covering each one to help you choose the right one for your app. The first way to create an offline map area for your project is to access the web map in ArcGIS through the browser. This method is the default method for GIS administrators to define a map area for all mobile applications that reference this web map and its layers. In the page for the web map, head to the Settings menu. Now click Enable Offline Mode to allow the web map data to be downloaded. Note that it is recommended to create these map areas before your users start using the app offline. It is also recommended that you create specific map areas for locations that are going to be needed when offline. This will reduce the storage size of the map areas and can make it easier to identify the available work items that need to be completed for the field user. Now, click Manage Offline Map Areas to open the map viewer. Here in the map area viewer, we can see that a map area has already been created. Administrators can create multiple map areas in the web map, and they will all be available for the field user to download. Let's click Create Offline Area to create a new one. Now, we can input the details for our new map area, such as the name. Remember to give this map area a memorable name to make it easier to sort through for the field user. You can also specify the level of detail in your map area. This setting controls the resolution and quality of the data downloaded. In other words, it will affect the clarity of the map features and the size of the map package. The creator will need to strike a balance between these two constraints that is suitable for the project and the end users. Next is the packaging schedule. This setting will schedule a refresh of the data so that the field user can always update and sync their data to the latest version available online. And here we have the optimization setting. When a packaging schedule is enabled, the Enable Package Updates toggle will allow you to optimize how the apps working with an offline map area will receive updates from the organization. This option works well for cases where the map data is mainly read-only and end users do not require the latest map updates in the application. With the details chosen, we can now define the map area by creating a new polygon in the web map. We'll use the rectangle to create one for this example, but you can use the polygon button to create your own boundary for the map area. With our boundary now created, click Save to start creating the map area. Notice that our map has now been created, and we just have to wait for it to finish packaging before we can use it in our mobile apps. At this point, you can exit the page or wait here while it finishes. Now that the map area has been created successfully, we can head over to our mobile app. To access the available map areas in your mobile app, you will need to find the Map Areas tool in your application. In this example, the Map Areas tool is located in the lower right corner in the toolbar. The list of map areas will show the map that we just created. We just need to click the download button to start the process. Note that for any previously downloaded map areas, there is the option to request an update to the data while you are still online. This will refresh the data to the latest version available for the user. Once the map is ready, we can click Activate to enter offline mode with this particular map area. If we zoom out, we can see that the map view beyond the map area has been grayed out, and the data points outside the boundary are no longer accessible. The user will only be able to interact with the features contained within the active map area. Those were the steps to create and assign a map area to a web map for offline use. But what if the user finds themselves in a situation where the predefined map area doesn't provide the right coverage? Let's deactivate this map area and return to the Map Area tool. Another way to create a map area is to do it directly in the mobile application itself. When the user first enters the Map Area menu, they have the option to add an area to the app instead of using the predefined areas. We can define our own map area in the app the same way we did in ArcGIS. The default option is to create a bounding box around the area of interest by moving to the right location and zooming in or out to get the right map extent. Then, draw the bounding box to create the extent of the map. Another option is to create a custom map area. In this method, you will see a crosshair cursor appear in the middle of the map. Move the center to the desired point and then tap anywhere on the map to add your first vertice. Move to the next point and tap the map again to add another. Repeat this process for however many points you want to add and double tap to complete the polygon. With the line buffer method, you can select the size of the buffer around the line feature here. Then, Using the map cursor, select the first point by tapping once on the map. Then, move to the next location and tap again. While moving to the next point, you will see the buffer appear on the map to give you a sense of what the map area will look like. Repeat this process until you are satisfied with the map area, then double tap the map to complete the line buffer. With the map area now drawn, we just need to fill in the details and the settings. Make sure that the name that you give is easily identifiable in the map area list. The detail level slider will set the resolution and quality of the data downloaded, just like we covered in the browser. Changing the included attachments toggle will include any related attachments within the map area. And the filter toggle will apply any definition expressions that you have set on the features. Now just click Create to finish creating the map area. Please note that this map area is a local copy for users of this specific device, and will not be accessible to other users of this application. The map area that we just created is now available. We can repeat the same steps as we did before. Just click Download and activate the map area to go offline. With the map area now active, we can see that only the work order features within the extent are available to the user. And when we run the update workflow, we will only have access to the work orders saved locally to the device. Let's fill out the form to see what happens when we complete the update process. Whenever a change to the data is made, you will see the notification badge pop up over the map area button. This tracks the number of changes that you've made in the app while offline. These changes will be saved locally and submitted to your GIS when the user gets back online. This means that app users can continue to complete their work offline and don't have to worry about staying connected to sync their changes or maintaining access to data. And once they are back online, all they have to do is deactivate the map area to reconnect, and then click the Send Changes button to save their work. Here in the Studio Go homepage, we can manage the map areas and mobile map packages for all available apps in the Local Data Manager, which can be found in the sidebar menu when you open Studio Go. In the Local Data Manager, you'll find a list of all the offline downloads and which apps reference that data. This will include any map areas, tile packages, and mobile map packages. To update or delete one of these files from your Studio Go app, you can select the downloads using the checkbox and then clicking the Update or Delete button. And that's all there is to it. You now know how to create and manage map areas in ArcGIS and in Studio Go, and how to use the map area to go offline. Now, let's briefly talk about the other data packages that you can bundle with your mobile application to improve app performance and the overall user experience, whether that's online or offline. There are two main types of packages that you can add to your VertiGIS Studio mobile application: mobile map packages or tile packages, otherwise known as MMPK or TPK. MMPKs are offline-ready datasets that will include maps, base maps, and all reference data sources. These packages can be considered a full geodatabase stored locally that will allow you to view data even while offline, making it very useful for providing access to data that users will not need to update while using the mobile app in the field. Tile packages are containers for raster tile imagery, which can provide local access to base maps when users are offline. They can also increase performance for loading the app at startup. TPKs come in handy as a backup source of base map imagery when creating a custom map area in the mobile app. By including these packages in your mobile device, you will benefit when using the apps online as well. Since reference layers and imagery layers are usually quite large, accessing the data via the server can be slow even in optimal conditions. So having the data stored directly on your device will improve the performance and experience of your app. For MMPKs, you can use the mobile app designer to select a package to include for users to download with the app. Head to the map component in the component list on the right side of the browser. Here, you will find the configuration options for the map. In the map settings, you can select which web map to use in the app, and changing the web map will affect what map areas will be available when you open the app on your device. In the Mobile Map Packages section, you can select from any of the packages that you have available on ArcGIS Online or ArcGIS Enterprise Portal. Users will now be prompted to download the package when they open the app for the first time. You can also include an MMAP file to add specific layer configurations to the MMPK. This file will provide information for layer definitions and symbology for the data in the MMPK. To do this, you will need a local copy of the MMPK file on your computer. Browse the File Explorer to find the location of the file. Then, open the file with any zipping utility by right-clicking the file. Click the Open With button to select the zip file utility. There should be a folder starting with the letter P and 2 numbers. Open this folder to find the MMAP file. Click the Extract File button to save this file locally. You can use a text editor to view the contents of the file. In the File Explorer, press Ctrl-C to copy the location of the file and then return to the Mobile Designer. In the MMPK section, select the File button under the Add Layers extension from MMAP. Press Ctrl-V to add the file you just saved, like so. Then click Open or press the Enter key to save. Now let's talk about how to add tile packages to your application on ArcGIS Online or Portal. This process will provide a collection of map tiles to the user, which can provide extra context to the map area and help improve app performance when the user is offline. Let's open the web map for the application in ArcGIS. In the Settings menu, we need to click the toggle to enable offline mode. Then, we can enter advanced options to select our TPK file. In the Tile Package section, select the tile package on the device radio button, and a text box will appear to enter the name of the TPK. To ensure that you enter the exact name of the file, you can head over to the folder containing the file and just copy the name into the text box. Then hit Save to confirm your changes. Now the map areas will use the TPK on the device as the base map. Make sure that the tile package will cover the extent of the map area that you plan to work with offline. You will then need to sideload the TPK onto the devices for the users, ensuring that the TPK is in the correct folder on the device so that the mobile app can retrieve it. When the pre-generated map areas are used, field workers will only see the TPK when they are offline and have activated the map area. When online, they will see the normal base map. Both an MMPK and a TPK can be sideloaded onto your device, providing the device with a copy of the data that users will need to complete tasks in the field. This method is only necessary for MMPKs if your app administrator has not configured the data to be available to download when the app starts. We won't be covering sideloading in today's video, but head to the links on the screen to learn more. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. You've now got everything you need to get started with the offline map data in your VertiGIS Studio mobile applications. So go ahead and give it a try. And if you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more tech tips from the VertiGIS team. Thanks for watching.